Welcome back to Hot Rod Guy Garage, and behind me is Project Blue Balls, and it's back at the shop to get some sway bars. So follow along with me through the intro, and we'll get into it. So you want to put sway bars on your 89 through 94 Geo Metro because it don't have any. Is it a worthwhile mod? Well, it is if you're into handling. Pretty easy to install. Pretty much I covered the rear install in the rust repair video for Barney. So follow me along through this process and we'll get these sway bars installed. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to find you a set of 95 up sway bars. Pretty much all 95 up cars have these. You're going to need the inner bushings and these mounts and the bolts for the front. He opted to go ahead and put new sway bar end links on it. I'm not sure about this brand, but this is the part number. They look fairly good quality. They're good and tight, and the bushings are made pretty nice. On the front, they take the same sway bar end link as the rear. This mount is different than the rear. Right here, it is wider. You need to make sure you save these bolts from your donor car because those threaded holes are already in these. And on the rear, you want to cut you some 1/8 1/4 inch plate steel. Use your brackets as a pattern. Gonna need 4 of those. And we're going to drill holes through the trunk floor on the bottom after I get the sway bar locked up. One of those plates is going to go on the bottom, one of them is going to go on the top. And those plates are very easy to make if you have a sawzall, a bandsaw, a cut-off wheel, and a simple drill. So I didn't show you making those because they are super simple, guys. Just use your mount as a guide. And to mock this up, the holes are already going to be in your lower control arms. So what I like to do, I just start these sway bar end links with my fingers. And the sway bar will pretty much stay up at that point. And you can go up here and mark your holes. So let me get to that. And after you get your sway bar end links started, what I like to do, I'll adjust my sway bar mounts until we're at the old part of the rubber. You can see where it's worn. So what I do, I'll hold this up, I'll mark my 4 holes on both sides, and I'll take that step bit, blow us a couple holes through the floor, and then we can get to the assembly process. And this is one of those things that's super hard to show, but I'm just going to use a paint marker. Take this sway bar, hold it up like this, match my paint marks up. And literally mark my holes right here. Comes out pretty simple. And right now is a good time to clean under the back of the car there real well. I like to take a little thinner on the towel, wipe any of that residue off, and give a good little coat of some enamel. What that does is help prevent rust in the future, especially where you drill them holes through the floor. You know, bare metal guys rust pretty quick. So when you paint on your brackets finish drying, you're going to need to collect 4 5/16 or 8mm bolts. And these are going to be approximately 1 inch to 1 1/4 inches long. You know, you can put a grade 8 bolt in it if you wish. It's not really needed in this situation. There's not a lot of torsional stress from this rear sway bar because it is pretty small. It's not going to make a huge change, but it will help. And in some cases, if you have contact with that center cross member, where your jack point is in the rear back there, that runs under spare tire well, You may have to make an additional spacer to bring that sway bar down so it clears. An alternate method is to cut the rear sections out of a donor car and weld the factory brackets to the floor in the same locations, but sometimes that's just not possible or they're rusted out, which is real common on the Metros. So what I done, I backed up, made me a spacer, and I'll show you the point right now where it will contact. So guys, your rear jack point is right here. This sway bar, you may have to space it down further because you may have a little contact in here. You could notch that. It wouldn't necessarily weaken it. But in an effort to try to keep everything kind of factory back here, I'm going to make a taller spacer to drop this sway bar down so we can get that clearance in this area right here. And when you're done, you want to have an air gap. So you need to check this on the ground also. Got the sway bar end links over here tight and over there tight. And got our 4 mounting bolts tight. And I sprayed a little paint over the brackets and the bolts there to keep them from rusting. So now it's time to check the clearance. And when you're on the ground, you want to make sure that you have clearance with the fuel pump filler hose, this center cross member here, and up around your exhaust. So sometimes that's hard to look at, especially if the car is lowered, but we have good clearance around all these things on this car. So I'm going to show you inside the trunk and the plates, and then let's move on to the front. They're kind of hard to see, but they're there and there. So 1/8 to 1/4 on the top, and on the bottom you're going to need 3/8 to 7/16 worth of spacer, flat plate under there. But we're good to go. So you may wonder how long does it take to do something like this. Anywhere from an hour to 4 hours, just depending on your skill level. It's a pretty simple process. Having to take it back apart, make those other spacers did put me back a little bit of time, but I have about 3 hours in this one. That's including a little time waiting on paint to dry, cutting with bandsaw, stuff like that. So let's move on to the front. And your front sway bar is going to be a bolt-on affair. Literally, the holes are already there in the car. You just need an 8x1.25 threaded bolt. Need 4 of those. It'll bolt straight to the floor. The holes are already threaded. You may need to run a tap through it. The holes for the sway bar end links are already in the control arms. They drop right in. There's absolutely no width difference between the 2 generations of cars as far as where the sway bar mount holes are. But there is one big issue that you may run into. Let me show you that now. And guys, your sway bar mount will literally bolt up right there. Your end link hole's already in your lower control arm. Just repeat. If you get the factory exhaust, more than likely the sway bar will clear it. This car has a larger aftermarket exhaust, and they ran it literally dead center in the pipe is exactly where the sway bar would cross. So as you can see, I cut it up here. I'm going to have to do some modifications. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take a bin, something like this, and clean this up and paint it and put it right there where it goes over the sway bar. That's about the easiest option at this point. Other than that, I would have to cut all the exhaust mounts off, and I could probably push that pipe up and just weld it back together. But it's literally going to be easier for me to just put a little hump in it and be done. So I hope somebody got something from this video and it helps you with your Geo Metro if you want to add sway bars to it. I appreciate everybody that likes this video, shares it, and most importantly, make sure to leave me a comment down below if it helped you out or if you find it interesting. And I'll see you all at the next video. Thanks for watching.